New cars lose their value pretty soon after you drive them off the lot. So getting a car that you can drive as long as possible is the ideal situation. And the Fox 5 I-Team's Dana Fowle says research shows there are 15 of them out there that'll go about as long as you want them to.
And I know there are folks out there who like to switch them up, their cars. I'm not one. I had one actually die in the parking lot, and someone here said it was about time. That was embarrassing. So there you go. I will drive them till they drop. So we find a few usual suspects in this group and a few that are less expected to stay on the road for a very long time. John Clough has had a long relationship with this car. When you drive this, you say you're sending out the signal safe and reliable. His 1997 Toyota Camry is going the distance. Take a look at this. More than 256,000 miles. Is the car just magic, or are you good at keeping up and tending to a car?
Well, I keep up with the maintenance, and you know, you don't get 256,000 miles if you're not on top of your maintenance. Kiplinger, a personal finance site, lined up its top 15 cars you can drive forever. And it shows that Toyota Camry, made from 1992 on, is a long-term relationship if you want it to be. We asked mechanic Eddie Elhert what makes some cars so good for so long.
It's good engineering, careful manufacturing, and quality parts installed from the beginning. And after that, it turns into how well you take care of it.
And that's why the Honda Accord, going all the way back to 1976, making the list is, well, no surprise to him.
Great car.
But there are a few on here that you might not think of necessarily, like this one, the Buick Roadmaster Estate. Hard to find one on the road because, well, it's not made anymore. But if you have one of the models from 1991 to 1996, you might still have it.
Humongous car.
Eddie Elhert calls it grossly overbuilt, and he means that in a good way.
It's like a full-size pickup truck that never goes more than a couple of miles a day. It will last forever because it's designed to be stressed much more than the average driver will stress it.
Same thing, he says, with the 900 series Saab, no longer sold in the U.S. But one driver, according to Kiplinger, still takes it across country, 435,000 miles in all.
900 series was simple. It was different from anything made or sold in the United States.
Oh, but wait till you see this. It's a 1957 Volkswagen Camper van. Owner Harold Hare says when he takes it out on the road, young people, older folks, everybody loves it.
I can tell you we get a lot of thumbs up going down the highway. A lot of people seem to be attracted to it.
Combine nostalgia and access to parts and you get an automobile that'll stay on the road for generations.
The older air-cooled ones, they are still one of the biggest available cars in Mexico, so there are huge numbers of parts available from Mexico.
Other classics are older Mercedes diesel models and Volvos that were made, as Kiplinger describes, from the dawn of man through 1976. But if you want something more current, that's super reliable, will stand the test of time, Kiplinger lists some of the more budget-friendly cars like the Geo Prism, specifically 1984 to 2010, and Ford Escorts, 1991 to 2002. For John Clough, he's about ready to hand down his Camry to his son. It's been a long time since he's car shopped, so what's he looking for this time?
It might be a little bit snazzier because I'm 53 now, and so if you don't do it soon, if I keep my cars 20 years, I'm going to run out of time here.
All 15 cars are on our website, fox5atlanta.com. It's a great list to check out. By the way, I was telling you all earlier, that Volvo, that is my niece driving the old Volvo that's been in the family for years. Fingers crossed, my now 7-year-old gets it when it's time to drive, and I'm absolutely counting on that.
Okay, I mean, that's a while, so fingers crossed definitely for you. Okay, one thing that I was surprised to see in there, those VW vans, who knew that they were reliable?
Oh, I didn't know they were reliable.
Yeah,
I know they're iconic, but I didn't know they were reliable, and I just love this factoid because I want one of these things so badly. This is what the owner tells me. That van, it has no fuel gauge. That back in 1957, he says it was considered an option and not a standard
a little
feature.
upgrade. Can you imagine?
No.
No, I remember as a teenager, I ran out of gas and I had a gas gauge.
Yeah.
So
what do you have to just feel it? You just have to feel it's getting low.
Know it's getting low.
Wow.
I don't know.
Pretty interesting. The 15 most reliable cars.
Yeah,
I love
on
it.
the website. Check them out.
Very cool. Okay, Dana, thanks a lot.